Welcome to Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You'll hear your host, GBHL James. I'm joined by somebody that you've not met before, new to the hobby, new to Strategy Battle Gaming. We've got Matthew. Give him a round of applause, team.
Hi everyone.
I told him we're going to make him famous. So you're just getting back into the hobby, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. So what armies have you got?
I've got a few Urukai and some Riders of Rohan that I'm putting together.
So did you start collecting Lord of the Rings a long time ago when the first movies were out?
Yeah, I bought a couple of the old box sets. So I just dug those up a few weeks ago, so I thought I'd get back and give it a go.
What made you decide to get back into the hobby? Was it being in the Northwest Gaming Centre speaking to people, or?
Yeah, a lot of that. I mean, I play a bit of Warhammer, I play a bit of Infinity, so it's just another.
Going to get you to show me that at some point, and we'll see if we can get some back reps here on the channel. So Matt is learning the game, and unfortunately I've only got quite advanced armies with me, so he's going to be using the all-mounted Rohan today, and I've got some Eagles with me and Gandalf, so you're going to be learning a lot of different types of rules here, but we're going to try and have fun, and I'm going to show you the board and the armies now. And it's the 6x4 board that we're going to be using, so we're just going to say that these bits here are going to be difficult terrain a jump test for infantry to get up onto. We won't count this as difficult. We'll say that over there is difficult terrain, and obviously these are just going to be line of sight blockers. So that's going to be our table. We're going to show you the armies now. I'm actually going to be jumping into the deep end with an all-mounted Rohan 500-point list. So down here we have got our trusty Knight the Pelennor. He's on his armoured horse, and he's got a shield as well, so it's the stronger AMO profile. And backing him up in his war band, we've got 3 Sons of Ale. So these are 2 attack base models. They've got an armoured horse, 12-inch movement. They're very, very good. Strength 4, which is quite unusual for good armies to have a strength 4 model. Behind them, we have also got the Westfold Red Shields. They've got that upgrade because we've got Erkenbrand in the other war band. That gives them +1 fight, so they're a higher fight value, fight 4. And behind them we've got the Outriders, which have got the slightly higher shoot value. So if we go across the board slightly, we're going to see the other warband, which is Erkenbrand's warband. So Erkenbrand, remember, he gives +2 courage to everybody in the whole army, so courage of elves across the board here. He's got 2 Sons of Ale and 1 Rohan Royal Guard. Remember, the Royal Guard has got the bodyguard rule, which means that it automatically passes courage tests. We've got 3 Westfold Red Shields behind them, and again 2 Outriders. That is Matt's all-mounted 500 points of Rohan. And this is it's actually 485 points, I believe. 485 point force that I'm going to be using today. So we've got Gandalf the Grey mounted, that beautiful miniature there. And behind him, we have got Gwahir. So Gwahir, Lord of Eagles. And he's going to be bringing with him 2 Eagles behind. So lots of brutal power attacks, I'm thinking, today. We will do our best to try and teach you as many of the rules as we can. We're going to roll for the scenario and deployment now. Matt's going to be rolling for the scenario. Let's see what he rolls. And that, I believe, is... I should know these off by heart, shouldn't I, really? Number 6 is the high ground. The high ground. So this is the one where you get points for having models up in the centre of the board. So this is the battlefield after deployment. So I chose to deploy on this side of the board. Got the Eagles on that side of the house. Gandalf the Grey hiding over here. And we've got the all-mounted Rohan. I can't believe I'm facing it and not playing as it. It's my favourite army in the whole world. Have faced off here. So with that, we're going to go into priority. And it's priority to all-mounted Rohan. So Matt's done all of his movement. He's learning all the time about moving half and still getting to shoot, but +1. Try and teach him lots. So you're going to learn lots of rules in here, as Tom talked about before. Because of course we've got monsters, we've got a wizard, and that's why we're coming into play now. Because we've got Gandalf the Grey here. He's moved 7 inches so far, and he's going to be trying to Sorcerous Blast that Son of Ale directly back into that group there. So he's going to be using one of his 3 ones and 2 from his store. He needs a 5+ to cast. Hashtag Bosch. He gets a 3 highest, so it's not successful. Now, does he use 2 points of might to do that? What do you reckon? I would say, because this is going to be quite a short game, I'm going to say yes. He's going to use 2 points of might, which is pretty horrendous, in order to cast that. Now, because the Son of Ale doesn't have any will, he can't resist that. Okay, so he's going to go back D6 inches. He goes back 5 inches. So we're going to measure that now. We're going to see what gets knocked over. So after being hurled 5 inches back, we're going to have to see the 2 strength 3 hits on each of the guys who did get hit. One for being automatically thrown and one for obviously being hit by the guy coming through. So defense 6, so strength 3 on defense 6, he needs 6s. So on the first guy, first son of ale, double 1s. So he's okay, he just stays on the floor. Against the rider of Rohan, the Westfold Red Shield, who's decided to keep his bow, we need 5s off the 2 dice. And no, we get a double 2. And then we also need the a strength 3 hit for being automatically thrown on him, so it is 6. Oh! And we get it, so we don't even have to work out. But I do think the Sorcery Bastard is strength 5.
Yeah.
Strength 5, okay. So that son of ale dies. So with that, we've got 2 dismount. Was it worth 2 might, 2 will? Probably not. But we're going to go into the rest of our movement now. So this is our table after movement. So I moved Gandalf back. He had 3 inches remaining on his movement, so he just moved back out of the way there. And then I used my eagles to charge in on some of the flanks here. And it looks like we're going to be learning the brutal power attack hurl. It's a bit of a brutal sort of opening situation, but these are the armies that I had. So with that, we're going to go into shooting. Now, unfortunately, because all of my models, apart from Gandalf, are locked in combat, your only target is Gandalf, okay? That's not necessarily good for him. So we're going to have a look and see what can see him now. So we do have a few shots. We've got an Outrider here. Now he has moved half, so he's going to be hitting on a 4+ instead, and he's going to be shooting at Gandalf. Ooh. So we need a 4 to hit. And you hit. Now you've got to roll to see whether you hit the horse or the rider. Okay, so on a 1 to 3 you're going to hit the horse, on a 4 to 6 you hit Gandalf. You hit the horse, which can be a good thing, hitting horses, okay, because the horse is only defense 4. So now your strength 2 bow needs 5s against that horse. And unfortunately, you don't get it. The horse lives. So next up we've got this Outrider here, firing over his fallen comrade, the Son of Ale, in the centre there, and he's going to be taking that pot shot at Gandalf. So same again, he has moved, so he needs a 4 to hit. Oh, unfortunately, he misses. And next up, this final one, he considers himself a bit of a sniper. He's going straight through the middle of that gap of the Rohan Royal Guard in combat, and the Son of Ale, and he's going to have a shot. He has moved, so we need that 4 he hits. Does he hit the horse or the rider? He hits the horse, so a 5 to kill the horse. Oh, and the horse goes down. Okay, so now Gandalf has to take a thrown rider. Now there's a thrown rider chart. Basically, I don't want to roll a 1, otherwise I take a strength 3 hit, because I'm automatically thrown. So let's see what we get here. And I roll a 1, which isn't good. Now, does he use his last point of might, or does he take the strength 3 hit? I'm probably going to take the strength 3 hit. So now you get to roll the dice. Strength 3 versus defense 5 will need a 5 to wound me. So, unfortunately, you don't get it. But Gandalf is now on his bum on the floor. So, a sorry state of affairs. That brings us to the end of the shooting phase. So we're going to go into the combat phase now. Now, we do have 3 combats. Now, I got priority, so because I got priority, that means I get to choose the order of the combats. You haven't got any heroes here who are in the combats, otherwise you could call a heroic combat, which allows you to have that combat first, and if you win and kill what you're in combat with, you can then go on and have another combat. So for example, I could call a heroic combat with Gwahir if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do it. Do you have priority? Yes, actually, yeah. I actually think you're right. Yep, you had priority, so you get to pick which one you go for. I don't think it matters too much. So we're going to start over here, and we're going to work our way over. So we're going to start with this eagle here. So the eagle charged in on your Westfold Red Shield, so you've got 1 dice because you don't get your charge bonus. And the eagle's got 2 attacks. Okay, so it's a straight roll off. Let's see what happens. You get a 2. Ooh. And this is where fight value comes in. So you're fight value 4, and I'm fight value 7, I think. Fight value 7. So that means that I win that combat. Now, because I'm a monster, I get to choose what I want to do. And what I'm probably going to do in this situation is hurl, because I want to get your AMR off of this. Does that make sense? So when you use these monsters next time, that's what we do. Okay, so I'm going to hurl. Now the difference in strength, the eagle is strength 6 and he is strength 3. Okay, so that's already a difference in 3 inches plus d6. which is another 3 inches. So he's going to go back 6 inches, and I'll be picking this point here, throwing that direction across. So we're going to do that now. So that's exactly what that eagle wanted. Get rid of Knight of the Pelennor early on. Okay, so all of them are going to take 2 strength 3 hits because automatically thrown. So we're just going to start off with this guy here. So 5s will kill him. He's defense 4, but it's still strength 3, so it's 5s. So he goes down. That outrider dies. Next up, the guy who was thrown, he takes 1, 2 strength 3 hits, 3 strength 3 hits. So 3 strength 3 hits. He's defense 5, so again that needs 5s. And he dies. So both those models will be removed. Now AMR, he takes 1 strength 3 hit for being automatically thrown and 1 for being hit. So he's defense 7, so this is 6s. Oh! And he actually takes a wound. Now he's got 3 fate and he's got 3 wounds. Now a fate point, you can spend a fate point and a roll of a 4+, you ignore the wound. So you can do these one at a time. You can use 1 fate, then 2nd fate, and you don't have to declare them in advance. So you're going to use fate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so does he pass his first fate? Yes, he does. So he's now down a fate point, but he doesn't take a wound, which is quite important. However, he is going to be on his bum on the floor. So AMR is now on his bum. He's down 1 fate point, but he hasn't taken a wound. So we're going to go to the next combat. Which one would you like to do next, Matt? So we're going to go to this one at the end. So this is a knight. This is what you're looking for when you're sorcerer's blasting or hurling. If you use your monsters, you're looking for lines like this. So a lot of people in the meta, they'll line up battle lines and things, and you want to try and get monsters or wizards on their flank to do things along those lines. So first of all, though, I've got to try and win the combat. Now, we've also got something in the game called a special strike. Okay, and these are weapon strikes. This is a little bit more advanced, so I was trying to lay this on. Now, different weapons can do different special strikes. You'll notice that he is armed with an axe. An axe can do a piercing strike. Now, what piercing strike allows you to do is that if you win the fight, you can go up by D3 strength. I think it's D3, yeah, D3 strength. So you would roll a D6 if you won, and you go up by that strength. Which, of course, versus the eagle with its high defense is well worth it, because it's got a high strength as well. You might as well. If you lose, then you go down by D3 defense. But that's not going to make too much difference in this situation anyway. So would you like to piercing strike? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Gives you a good chance of wounding the eagle. Okay, so you've got a single dice, because I charged in on you. So let's see you get a 6 here. He gets a 6. So no pressure on the eagle here. No pressure on the eagle. He needs a 6. Oh, it's Christ. It's Christ. Oh, and the eagle doesn't do it. So you go up in strength. So I back away an inch. There we go. And let's see what strength you go up to. So you're currently strength 3. You go up by 1, so you're now strength 4. Now that does make a difference. Strength 4 and defense 7. Actually, no, it's 6s. It's still 6s. Okay, so you get 1 strike against the eagle. A 6 will wound it. And you get a 4, so unfortunately you don't wound it. And it's a multi-wound model. I think it's got 3 wounds. I'll check that in a minute. So wow, you did prevent that hurl there, which was pretty important. Pretty important. So with that, we're going to go into the next combat. So next up, we've got Guahir versus the 1 Rohan Royal Guard. Okay, so Guahir has also only got 2 attacks, I believe. I'll check, but I'm sure he's only got 2. It's alright, so it'll be in this one here. Yes, he's only got 2 attacks. So it's my 2 versus your 1. So we're going to roll. This is the dual roll. It's a 4. Ooh. But luckily, Guahir takes it on fight value. He is going to choose to hurl. And he's going to be choosing to hurl from probably about the point on his base towards that tree, because he wants to get Erkenbound off his horse. So, difference in strength. A Royal Guard is strength 3. He's strength 6. That's 3 inches plus 2. So he's going to go back 5 inches. We're going to measure that now. So bam, like he was in a bad skiing accident, he's gone straight to the tree. Now he, first of all, we'll do his strength 3 hits. He's hit 1, 2, 3, and of course he's automatically thrown. So he's defense 6, so it does need 6s to kill him. And we don't get any, so we're going to have to do the strength 5 for being the model thrown. although we can check that in a minute, and also for stopping and hitting an obstacle. So that would be 5s, but we will check it in a second. Okay, so according to this, he is dead, but we'll come back in 2 seconds. Oh, we actually got that wrong. It's a strength 6 hit for hitting an obstacle and for being the model thrown. So the 5s were definitely enough. 4s would have been enough as well. So we removed that Royal Guard from play, and it goes to the casualties pile. So next up we need just 2 strength 3 hits on each of the models for being automatically thrown after being hurled into. So we've got the first Son of Ale there. He's defense 6, so it needs... You got that? You got the table yet? So it's alright. Strength 3 on defense 6 is 6s. Oh, and so that Son of Ale goes down. So we'll do the same on the next one along. The next Son of Ale, again, 6s. Gets in, they're both dead. Blimey, that's a bit brutal. And then Erkenbrand, now he's defense 7, so again that's 6s. So we want the 6s on him. And no, so we don't get that there. But he is going to be on his bum on the floor. So I'll get the foot model out for him now, and we'll go into priority. Wow, so that's our battlefield. So pretty brutal, but that's to be expected with monsters hurling, with cavalry. Yeah, pretty brutal. The horse of the hero's gone, which is key. And I know you subscribers, especially GBHL Damien, is going to be like, oh, look at you cheese bag, bringing a monster army. We had a chat, didn't we, before? And I said, what would you like? What would you like to use? What would you like me to use, etc. And this is what we've got in front of us. So we're going to roll for priority now. Let's see who gets it. Oh, it's a 3. Oh, and it goes to the Eagles. I'll talk you through heroic moves now. So we've just been learning all about heroic move, and now is definitely time to call it. So we always call them at the start of the phase. Very, very important. Because people can be funny at times. I wouldn't be, but. So he's called a heroic move with one of Erkenbrand's 3 points of might, so you're now down to 2 might. And I'm not going to challenge that. I'm going to let you have this. And he's going to call with me, so he does have to move first. And everybody has to finish within 6 inches of him, so we'll come back after that's done. And here how it looks after Matt's heroic move. So Erkenbrand can move up, and he moved half of his distance because he's been on the floor, and he's used that to tie up this eagle to protect Aema, who's on the floor there. So now we're going to go into my normal movement before going on with the rest of your movement. So here's how it's looking up partway through my movement. So one of my eagles has charged in on that side of those 2 riders. That eagle has charged in on that guy there. We've also got... Oh, we forgot to do courage tests versus the eagle. So we'll do that in a minute. You should pass because of Erkenbrand. But so just in the meantime, we're just going to do the... Just because they cause terror. We're going to do a Sorcerer's Blast. Gandalf has stood up. He's moved half. So one of his free ones and 2 from his store. So he's now down to 2. He needs a 5+. Oh. He gets it on a 6. So we're going to work that out now. So just off camera there, we rolled to see how far back he goes, and it's 5 inches. Should clip the rider there, and does it hit Erkenbrand, or is it just missing?
Just on his base.
Just hits him. Okay, so we're going to do all of that now. So with Sorcerer's Blast, he's obviously automatically thrown, and he takes a additional strength 3 hit for being hit. So it's 5s on him to kill. And he goes down, so that rider there goes down. We'll do the outrider there. So he takes 2. Now he's defense 4. It's still 5s. Oh, and he actually okay. So we just get the outrider model for him in a second. Oh no, he was the model that was Sorcerer's Blasted. So he actually takes a strength 5 hit. Okay, so that is 4s. No. Okay. And then Erkenbrand got hit, so that is just 1 strength 3 hit. He's defense 7, so we need 6s. And no, we don't get it, and we're not going to use that for final point of mine. We're going to save that for now. So we're going to get the Outrider model, and then we're just going to check the courage test for these 2 guys. So that it beats 10. That's the wording I was looking for. So he's now courage 7. So as long as you don't roll double 1s for him, he would have got in. That's right, courage 6 he is. But yeah, you made that easy peasy. And now for the Westworld Red Shield. Now usually they're courage 3, but he's now courage 5, the same as an elf. So again, as long as you beat 5, which you do, so he gets in, and that's the advantage of having like a horn or such like. So with that, I don't. Now we need to go into your normal movement. So there's not going to be any shooting after of that movement, so we are going to go into the combat phase. At the start of the combat phase, I'm going to use Guahir's only point of might. He's only got 1. It's called a heroic combat. which means that that combat will be first no matter what. Also, if he manages to kill the Outrider, which hopefully he will do, then he gets to move on and his full movement to go and get into a combat. So I'm going to do that now. So you've got 1 dice and I've got 2. Let's see what happens. Oh, 5. But if you don't see a 6, it could be very worrying. So I do win that. Now I'm strength 6 and you're defense 4, which means that I need 3s. And even if I rended, I would still... I might as well rend. But yeah, I need 3s for this. Okay? So as long as I get a 3, be okay. Now I could choose to strike force if I wanted to, but no point in this. I need to kill you. And we do manage to kill him. So with that Outrider going to the dead pile, Gwahir is now going to charge Erkenbrand on the floor. So we are going to go into that combat next. We have got Erkenbrand on the floor, who is going to shield, which means he gets double. We'll come back in a second. So now the happy birthdays are out of the way. So he's going to shield, because he might as well, because he's on the floor. So you get 4 dice now. Just against my 2. So let's see what you get. What do you get? You don't get a 6, that's the key thing. Oh, you get a 5 highest. So 2 dice to get a 5. Well, you've got might still. So really, I need a 6. Oh, that's so lucky. So lucky. So it means that I win the fight. So now you're about to learn another rule, which is when you are on the floor. Now because you're on the floor, I get to make double strikes against you. You're also going to learn about rend. You're strength 4, but you're defense 7. So if I was striking normally against your defense 7, I would need 5s because I'm strength 6. But because I'm going to rend against your your strength 3, I'm going to need 3s. So I get 4 dice instead of 2. I need 3s. You've got 1 fate point and 2 wounds. So ideally I need 3 of these. 3 3s or more. Oh no! Hashtag boss. Okay, so I get 1 3. So you're going to roll your fate point, I presume, unless you wanted to take the wound. So as long as you get 4 plus, you get 3. Now you've got a point of might. You've still got a point of might. You've used 1 with him, haven't you? And you can make you use 1 to do a heroic move with him. So if you want, you can use a point of might. So you've got 1 left to make that 4. And that means you avoid the wound. Yep, okie doke. So that becomes a 4, and you avoid the wound. God damn it! So next up we're going to do this eagle versus these 2 here. So it's 2 dice on 2. You're going to opt to feint with the Outrider and piercing strike with the Westfold Red Shield. So it's 2 on 2. Now you did charge me with the Westfold Red Shield, didn't you? So you get an additional attack dice for him. You won't get a knockdown, but you do still get the additional dice. So you get 3 dice. See what you get. Not great. He gets a 4. But let's see what happens here. And luckily we get it on a 5. So what we're going to do is we're just going to attack them normally. So I'm going to start off prioritising the Outrider, so needing 3s. So 3s on him. Yep, so Outrider dies, and needing 4s on the Westfold Red Shield. And unfortunately not. So we just killed the Outrider, and the Westfold Red Shield is moved back 1 inch. Wow, so next up we've got the Eagle versus the Charging Son of Ale with 3 attack dice, who's piercing striking, and the Westfold Red Shield, who is fainting. So you've got 5 dice against my 2. Wow, okay, so you got 5 highest, so I need a 5 or more. Oh no, we don't get it. So I get pushed back 1 inch. So what I suggest you do is use your 2 dice from your charging rider. He will need, because he's strength 3 and I'm defense 7, so you need 6s but re-rolling 1s. No. Perfect. So now you've got your Son of Ale. Now you need to roll 1 dice to see what strength he goes up to. So he's strength 4 at the moment, plus 1, so he's now strength 5. So strength 5 against defense 7. Just to make sure it is 7 and not 6. Difference. Oh, Great Eagle's defense 8. So he's now strength 5. So he still needs 6s here. Okay, so he's got 3 dice to do that. Oh, and he doesn't get them, unfortunately. So luckily that eagle survives, and with that, that brings us to the end of that turn. So we're going to go into the next turn. Priority. Oh, you get a 5, and we get a 2, and it goes to the Rohan. So with Matt getting priority, I've decided to call a heroic move with Gandalf's last point of might, hoping to Sorceress Blast that Son of Ale back into the 2 cavalry models that are threatening the eagle over there. However, rightly so, Matt has countered with Aomer over there. So with that, this is your first experience of a roll-off. I'm going to say that on a 1 to 3, it's you, and on a 4 to 6, it goes to Gandalf. This is really just a 50-50. So you get to roll it because it was your priority. And it's a 1, and it goes to the Rohan. So because you want it, Aomer moves first, and then if you call with me, obviously the guys within 6 inches get to move first. So Aomer's going to try and charge the eagle, so he's got a courage test. So he's courage 6 plus 2, so 8. So to be fair, I don't think he will fail it. So he gets in. So he charges in. Next up, the Son of Ale. He makes it in, and the Westfall Red Shield. He also makes it in, so all of them make it in, and they're going to trap the eagle. And that is Matty's beautiful trapping manoeuvre there. So with that, we're now going to go into Gandalf's heroic movement. And do you know what? He might still just risk trying to free up the eagle. So we're going to do that now. So he's going to move half of his movement, which is there, and he's going to try and Sorceress Blast this Son of Ale back. This Son of Ale on foot back into that Son of Ale. So he's going to use his final 2 from his store and 1 of his free ones. He needs a 5+. He's got no might to bump it, so he really does need a 5 or a 6. Oh, mind you, that was a cocked dice. So he does get it. So how far back does that Son of Ale go? How far back does it go? 1 inch. 1 inch. So he goes about 1 inch and is knocked down. He takes a strength 5 hit. So he's defense 6, so it will be 5s. So that was a bit of a waste of time. Oh, and kills him. So that Son of Ale dies. Pretty handy, and Gandalf is going to continue his charge. Wow. That was good. So we actually think we've just realised that in the last turn it would have been broken. So we're going to we're just going to check that now. Now on that scenario, does it say on the next turn, at the start of the next turn, or at the end of the next turn that you're broken? So it should say the game ends at the end of the next turn. Yeah, at the end of the next turn. Okay, so at the end of this turn, we'll have to see. So that's going to really affect strategy here quite a lot. Okay, so let's go into the combat phase. Everything you can see has managed to charge in, which is very, very important. So it was your priority, so you get to pick the combats. At the start of the combat phase, would you like to call anything like a heroic strike? Now what a heroic strike allows you to do is to go up in fight value. So at the moment you've not got as high fight value as Guachi or thing, but you could use a point of might from Erkenbrand to call a heroic strike, and you could use a point of might from Aomer to call a heroic strike, which would take him down to 1 and him down to none. Definitely worth doing. That's what I would do. Yep, brilliant stuff. Okay, so up to you, which one do you want to do first? So you're going to piercing strike, yep. With him. You're going to feint with him, and you're going to see what fight value you go up to. So you're currently fight 5, roll a d6, I'm fight value 7, so you're now 8. Okay, so if you get a 6 in this combat, you win. Okay, so you've got your 3 attacks here, so 3 dice, so you might as well roll them first, just roll those 3. And you get the 6, so you get the 6, so you've taken that. So I would suggest do his strikes first. So what strength does he go up to? So roll 1d6, see what strength he goes up to. So he goes up by 1, so he's now strength 5 against defense 8, so he still needs 6s, but he gets to roll these twice, so you can roll that him again, because he's got double strikes because of being trapped. Wow, 2 wounds, 2 wounds. And the eagle only has 3. So next up, you want the 4 dice from the fainting guy here. Now he will need 6s by 4s. Well done. So with that 6, you roll again, and if you get a 4 plus here, you kill him. Oh! and you kill the eagle. And the eagle goes down without even armor, which is brilliant. So we have an eagle casualty, and all of a sudden it's not looking very good for Gandalf and the eagles. So next up we've got the Rohirrim on foot. Does he have a sword? I don't think he has a sword on him, so he can't feint. But Erkenbrand is going to heroic strike, of course. So what does he go up to? He goes up to fight 10. That's the highest you can go. Okay, so you're going to roll the 2 from Erkenbrand, yeah, and the 1. Make sure they're different colour for Erkenbrand. Well, mind you, he's not got any might left anyway, but roll it anyway. So if you get a 6, you can take this. Oh, that's not good. So Gwahir has got a chance here. He needs to roll 4+. He's got a 50. He's got a 75% chance of doing this. Oh, and he wins that fight, which is very, very important. Now, bearing in mind that the game might end at the end of this, he is going to barge, and we're going to teach you barge now. Okay, we can teach you barge. So he gets to move these guys back 3 inches in any direction. If they can't move any further, they stop and they take a hit, but we'll check that in a second. So we just looked at barge. Now Erkenbrand couldn't move back the full 3 inches I wanted to move, so he's ended up being knocked prone at that tree, and then that guy, I moved him away from the objective. So let's see how far Gwahir goes. He gets to go D6 in any direction, and he can charge a model if he wants to. So let's have a look. He can go 5 inches. That's very important. And by getting 5 inches, Gwahir has made it onto the objective and has charged the Outrider. Now, it was your priority, so you get to choose which combat goes next. Now, the way that combats separate is that Gandalf is in combat at the moment with these 2. However, because Gwahir is on the eagle but nobody else, this would separate, so it'd be Gandalf versus the Westfold Red Shield and Gwahir versus the Outrider. So it's up to you which of these you do first. You can do any of these 3 combats.
Start with Gandalf.
Wow, so Gandalf only has 1 attack. You are a lower fight value, so you might as well feint. It's 1v1. Gandalf is going to use his sword, not his staff, so he's strength 5. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a 3. Oh no! Gandalf gets a 1, so you win that. Now Gandalf's only defense 5, so if you roll a 5, you wound him. If you roll a 1, you get to re-roll because you fainted, and you get a 2, which is a good result for me. So I back away an inch, but we're both still on the objective, which is pretty key here, and that does affect what I might do with the eagle here, with Gwahir. So we've got Gwahir on Outrider. The Outrider will feint, of course. Okay, so you've got your 1 dice here. He sets a 4. That's, you know, again, 4 or more. Oh, and with that, we're going to hurl. And we're going to hurl the Outrider in this direction. So the difference in strength is you're strength 3 and I'm strength 6. So 3 inches plus. So he's going to go about 8 inches. Okay, so if you want to measure 8 inches in this direction, he takes a strength. Was it strength 6 hit?
Yeah.
So he's got 3s on him. Takes a strength 6 hit, which needs 3s. Yeah, and he's dead. And he's now going to take 2 strength 3 hits, 1 for being hit and 1 for being knocked flying on the result. So 5s, and he's dead, which is good for me. Oh, and that's really good news. So wow, very, very, very interesting. This is it's coming right down to it, because really, you know, you could get 4 models on their next turn, and you've still got AMR over there. Okay, so we've got the eagle versus the rider here. Now you're going to piercing strike because you've got an axe. You might as well. Well, maybe not. You don't need to, because at the moment to wound you, I would need 4s, and if you went down by 1, then I would only need 3s. But it's worth doing in this situation. I'll do it all day long. So you get the. Did you charge me? I think you did.
Yeah.
So you get 2 dice. You get +1. So it's 2v2. What do you get? Oh, it's not good. However, if I get double 1s, you win. Oh. So luckily, Element Games sign does mean that we've got that. So I'm gonna. What defense do you go down to first of all? Because you piercing struck. So you go down by 1, so 4. So yeah, I will rend and need 3s, and we get him, and he goes down. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So when you see if the game ends on a 1 or a 2, the game will end. You don't want it to end. You don't want it to end. So let's see a 3 or more. I don't want it to end. And the game continues. We're going to go straight into priority. What do we get? You get a 5. That's good. And it's better than that. And I've got no might. So you've got free movement. Wow. So this is going to be really close. It's coming down to the wire. Are you enjoying it? It's really good fun. So good fun armies here. The Erkenbrand's Horn is really paying off because I don't think you failed a courage test to charge, which is really good. So you've managed to trap Gua here, which is good. And then I had a bit of a predicament with this eagle. You know, I can't really let you getting wounds on the leader. Can't have that happening. So I've charged in on the Son of Ale, and hopefully we'll be able to take him out and survive with Gua here. So we're going to go into the combat phase now. Now you haven't got any might with Erkenbrand anymore. I don't have any might there, and I don't have any might here. So we can't call anything. But it was your priority, so you get to pick. Which fight would you like to do first?
Gua here.
So we're going to go for Gua here. So I'm guessing you're going to feint with these 2 guys. You did charge, he's got 2 dice. He's got 2 dice, and he's got 1 dice. You need 5 dice in total. Let's see what you get. And you get the 6. So I need a 6. Give me a 6. Element Games dice. Give me a 6! No! Oh, so Gua here is trapped. He is trapped. So if you want to start off with the rider over here. So you need 6s by 4s. You've got 4 dice in total to do that. You need 6s by 4 all. So you do get 1. So if you want to roll that, if you get a 4, you only get a 3. So nothing there. The 1 here, so you get 2 dice for there, and again you need 6s by 4s. You do get a 6. Do you get a 4? No, you don't. But do you get to re-roll? You do. You get to re-roll that 1 as well. I'm sure you do. Oh no, and you get the 3 there. Okay, now you've got Erkenbrand's 4. So he just needs straight 6s because he's strength 4. Oh, all the 4s, 4,444. And wow, Gua here survives. So you actually back away an inch, which helps me. Wow. Oh, this is going to be so close. So next up, we've got the Eagle and Gandalf versus the Charging Son of Ale. So you still get 3 dice. I'm guessing you're piercing striking. You don't have to, but yep. Okie doke. So 3 dice. Cheating scumbag! That's amazing. Beautiful throwing. So the Son of Ale, this is the power of Son of Ale. 3 dice against Gandalf and an Eagle. I need a 6. Oh, and we get 2 6s. So we take that. So you're not trapped. You can back away an inch, and of course you will back into the objective. You don't want to go anywhere else. Okay, so Gandalf's strength 5. Oh, what do you go down to, by the way? So you get down by 1. So Gandalf needs 4s to wound you. And Gandalf kills you. Wow. So at the moment, if the game ends, it's 3-2 to Gandalf and the Eagles. Oh, it doesn't end, it continues, so let's go for priority. This is a cracking game. It's 4. No! And you get priority. So we're going to go into that now. We'll see what courage tests you've got. You need to take your stand fast because you're broken, which we've forgotten throughout this game. So the way that works is that you pick a hero. I wouldn't go for Erkenbrand first because if he runs away, then you don't get +2 courage. So if you do Aomer, if he passes his courage test, these 2 guys, they stick around automatically because they're within 6 inches of his stand fast. 2 dice. And he passes. So these 2 guys pass. Now you have to do Erkenbrand. And he passes. So we're going to go into the rest. Are you charging?
Yes.
We'll work it out all now and we'll do all the courage tests. So as it stands, it would be 4-3. because I'm not taking any wounds on my general. You're not taking any wounds. I've lost fate, but you are broken actually. And if you're broken and I'm not at the end of the game, I think that gives me 3 victory points. Or 1 victory point. Or 3. I think it's 3 victory points.
Yeah,
3 if I'm not broken yet. So actually at the moment, the only way that you can win this is to get me off. Completely forgot about that. But it's made for an exciting game. Okay, so everybody's passed their courage test. So it's up to you which combat you want to go with first, because it's your priority. So it's your 2 versus my 1. I'm going to use Glamdring. We both fight 5. So it's a straight roll out, and you've got 2 dice versus my 1. But Gandalf's going to get 6. Oh, he's got a cock dice. You've got double 6s. Oh, Gandalf gets a 4. Okay, so you've got 2 dice. Your strength 4, I'm defense 5. So you need 5s. And you don't get it. Hashtag Bosch. And Gandalf is going to move away an inch. Ooh. Oh, so which one do you want to do next? So we've got Aemma versus the Eagle. So Aemma has got 3 attacks. He's fight 5, and I've got 2. So let's see what happens. You get 6. I need a 6 then to win. Oh, and we get it. So we do win. So I'm going to opt to rend you. So that's my strength 6 against your defense 4 now. So that's 3s. So I need 3s to wound you. And I get 1. So, have you used any fate points with him so far? He's used 1, okay, so you get to use, you've got 2 more. And you pass it. Okay, so he's now down to 1 fate. He's got 1 fate remaining, and you do back away an inch. Stay on the objective, of course. Okay, next up, we've got the fainting, charging guy there. So you got 2 dice from him and 1 from him. Who got in? Let's see what happens. You get a 6. So does Guahir get the 6 he needs? No, he doesn't. He only gets a 5, and there's no might to bump that up. So I move back an inch. Okay, so you need 6s by 4s. Re-rolling 1s with the 2 dice here. So re-roll that 1. And you don't get it. And then 1 dice from the other guy. You get a 6. Do you get a 4? Wound Guahir. Oh, he does. He does. Now, Guahir has only got 1 fate point. So, does he pass it? Yes, he does. But now, Guahir is out of fate. And that takes us to the end of movement. So, end of, whatever it is, the game. Not the game. To the end of the phase, the combat phase. This is very exciting. Does the game end? 1 or 2? The game continues. Oh! So as it stood there, you'd have had 4. I've got 3 on there, but then I've also broken you, so it would be 6-4 to me. So really, you want to, if you kill Gandalf or get wounds on Gandalf, that would be good for you. Or just break me generally if you can kill 2 of my models. So we're going to go into priority. Let's see what happens. You get a 5, and I only get a 4. Priority goes to you, but courage test. So start off with Aemma, because he'll have a stand fast. Double 1s. No, he's okay. He's courage 6, and then +2. So, and yeah, he's Erkenbrand's fine. So for charging, are you going to do the same again?
Yeah, same again.
Same again. So courage test for this guy. He passes. And courage test for this guy. He passes. And courage test for Aemma. Double 1s. He passes. So they all get in, and we're going to go into combats. So here's how it's looking. It's exactly the same as last time. What can Matty do? He's going to call a heroic strike with Aemma. So let's see what you got. Do you want to do that combat first? Yeah, that's what does he go up to? He's fight 10. So you've got 3 dice. If you get a 6, I cannot beat you. You get a 4. Oh, we get a 5. Oh, so you wouldn't have been able to win that anyway. Unless, of course, you'd roll a 6. Or a 5. And then wind up. Okay, so you get pushed back in it, but I'm going to rend you. You've got 1 point of fate left, is that right?
Yeah.
1 point of fate left, so I need 3s. Double 6s. So you take a wound, but do you take 2 wounds? No, you take 1 wound, but I do think that gives me a point. So Aemma takes a wound, which means that he's down to 2 wounds left. 2 wounds left. So which combat would you like to do next?
Gandalf.
Wow, this is quite important. Let's see what happens. You've got 2. Oh, I thought that was a 6. So I need a 4 to draw it. 5 will win it for me. A 4 draws it. So it was your priority. We've already said that on a 1 to 3 it's you. On a 4 to 6 it will be me with the roll-offs. And Gandalf wins a roll-off. So I'm strength 5. Which means that I need 5s against your defense 7. So a 5, because I'm using Glamdring, a 5 will wound. 5 will kill you, will it? Will it kill you? Have you've used your fate point and you've taken a wound? Okay, so 5 will kill him, but a 1 definitely will not. So Erkenbrand moves away. So with that, we then come up to the fainting, charging Westfold Red Shield and the Westfold Red Shield on the floor. Let's see what they get. They get 4. What can Gwahir get? Can he get 4 or more? He should do. And he does. So he's going to strike them normally. He will go for... He needs 3s on the guy there. So we'll start off with him needing 3s. Oh no. Yeah, do you know what? He's going to start off with the rider, needing 4s. So needing 4s on the rider. No. No. So it doesn't kill him. So they back away an inch, and he can make way. No problem. And that's how it's looking. So we've both got. Well, you've got 4 and I've got 3 on the objective. I have wounded your leader, so that's 1 for me, and I've broken you. Does the game end? The game doesn't end. Wow. So, priority, I get a 3, and you get a 1, and priority finally goes to the Eagles. Wow. So, having got priority, I've charged everything. The courage is too high with Erkenbrand to even try to risk you running away. If you didn't have that, I might not charge you and see, or charge one of your heroes so you don't get a stand fast, and then let you try and take your courage. If you fail your courage, you run away. However, I have charged. Gandalf has charged in on the rider, and we've got the eagle there on Eomer and the guy on foot, and we've got Gwahir on Erkenbrand. And I'm actually going to start off with Gandalf versus Ryder, 1-on-1. You will be fainting because you're a low fight value. Let's see what you get. You get a 5. That's good. That's really good. I need a 5 or a 6. Oh no! We get a 3. So you need 5s. Re-rolling 1s. You get 1 dice. Wow. So Gandalf backs away. So next up, I'm going to do Gwahir versus Erkenbrand. So it's 2-on-2. I've got a high fight value. You could shield if you wanted to, or of course you could try and strike me. I've only got 1 wound left, I think. Oh no, I've got my 2. I used my fate and I passed my fate, didn't I? So I've got 3 wounds left. Okay, so you're going to fight me, and you're fainting, of course. You get a 6, so I need a 6. Oh, and we only get a 5. So we can't hurl him a million miles, which is what we wanted to do. So I back away an inch. Okay, so you need 6s to wound. Oh, you can re-roll that 1. You fainted. Oh no. So he survives. So next up we've got Eagle on Eomer and the guy on foot. I'm guessing Eomer might as well faint. Yeah, Eomer might as well faint. So Eomer's got 3 dice, and guy on foot has got 1. Oh, you get a 4 highest of 4 dice. So what does Eagle get? Eagle gets a 6. So he takes it. So he's going to opt to rend. Now when you rend, you can only choose 1 model. So I'm actually sort of discarding the fact that I could go for him. It's because I want to try and kill the leader and get the 3 VPs. So rending him, it means I need 3s. Okay, so a single 3 will kill him. Oh, double 3s, and that's Eomer gone. So Eomer is taken out of the game. And that means that with the breaking and with him, that gives me 6 right now, as it stands. So we'll roll to see if the game ends. Well, it gives me 9 because I've got the guys on the objective. The game continues, which is good for me at this point. Okay, so we're going to roll for priority. You get a 6, which means it goes to you. So courage tests. So you need to take Erkenbrand's. So if you get a, I think Erkenbrand's courage 6 or 5. So anyway. But yeah, he passes that. So they're affected by Standfast, and now you can go into charging, etc. Yep. Going into Obviously, he won't be able to go over the thing, but yeah, he can do that. So he's going to take his courage test. Passes. They're very courageous. And he's going to try and charge him. Oh, he fails. So he doesn't. And he just stays where he is. He would have been an inch back, so he's not in combat. But he just stays where he is. So I do have something remaining, so we're going to do that now. So the first courage test, Matty, has failed. So we're going to go into the combat phase. Now, it was your priority, wasn't it? Or was it my... Yeah, it was your priority. It's your priority, so you get to pick which one you want to do. Do you want to do Guahir versus the One Rider? So Guahir, so you did charge me, so you do get 2 dice. And you get 5, which is good. But my fight value takes it. So I'm going to opt to hurl you. I'm going to try and hurl you from that point in the base. That point in the base that way. So back as far as I can. So difference in strength. So I'm strength 6 and you're strength 3. So 3 inches plus 3. So you're going to go back 6 inches that way. You take 2 strength 3 hits. 1 for passing through the model and 1 for being automatically thrown. Which doesn't get you. You also take a strength 6 hit because you're the model being thrown, so that will need a 4. That doesn't kill you, so you are 6 inches that way, and a strength 3 hit on him, so that will need a 5. Oh, and that doesn't get him either, but he is knocked down there. So we'll get a foot model for him. You can just pick one from the... I don't think you've got... We'll get one from over there now, any second. But he is hurled out, which is quite key. We're going to go straight into this one here. I'm going to feint with Gandalf, because the Eagle's fight value there, and you might as well feint because you've got Erkenbrand. It's up to you. You can shield with Erkenbrand, so you've got 4 dice, means you've got more chance of winning the fight. But you can't make strikes if you win, or you can fight as normal with your 2 dice. You fight as normal, so you're going for it. You're going for it. What do you get? Oh, you get a 6. He was bold. Okay, so I need a 6. Gandalf here. Let's see what happens. Oh, and we can't might it. So wow, Erkenbrand takes it. So we back away an inch. Oh, we back away the inch. We back away an inch. Okay, so who would you like to strike? You've got 2 strikes. Gandalf. Yes. Okay, so you need 5s. Oh, and you don't get it. Okay, so before we go and find a foot model, does the game end? The game doesn't end. Priority. 3. You had it last time, so it's my priority. Still not broken. We're going to go into movement now. Erkenbrand has been assailed. As you can see, he's been completely trapped. So he doesn't get a stand fast for the 2 guys here. I'm guessing he's going to try and attempt to charge him. Yeah, when he gets up. So first of all, though, does he run away? So what do you get? No. So he doesn't run away. And how about the guy over there? Does he run away? No, he doesn't run away either. Okay, so does he manage to charge? He does manage to charge. He gets up and he actually pulls out Guahir. It's that one. And this guy here can just stand up and move 3 inches. So we'll do that, and as he moves that in, we're going to go into the combat phase. Now, with the combats, it was my priority, so I get to pick which way round I do it. And this does make a difference because of how he's trapped there. So I will do this fight first, which is Eagle and Gandalf versus Erkenbrand. Would you like to do any special strikes? You want to shield or feint or anything? Or
Feint.
So you're going to feint, and I'm going to feint with Gandalf as well. So you've got your 2 dice. What do you get? You get 4s, so I need 4 or more here. Oh, and we get a 6, so we take it. Okay, so Gandalf has got double strikes now. He's strength 5 because he's using Glamdring, which means that he needs 5s. Okay, so 5s off Gandalf. Single 5 will kill him, but he doesn't get it. And then we've got the Eagle. The Eagle is rending. So the Eagle will need 3s. Yep, the Eagle will need 3s. Single 3 will kill. Oh, and Erkenbrand has died. So Erkenbrand is removed from play. And that is a big deal. Because now these guys have got no chance. The game is effectively over now. I think we'll call it after this. So we've got Guahir versus the one dude. Heroics. Yeah, you get a 2. So double ones here will win it for you, but no, you don't get it. So I'm going to. I'm going to rend you. I need 3s anyway. So 3s to kill you. Oh, oh, Bosh, you move back an inch. So that's the end of that turn. Should we call it there?
Yeah,
We're going to call it there. We're going to give each other an epic handshake, and we'll go into a post-battle bat rep breakdown. The score being, I killed your leader, so that's 3.
Yeah.
Broke you, so that's another 3, so that's 6. I've got 3 guys on the objective, so that's 9. You've got 1 guy on the objective. I'm not broken, and you didn't get any wounds on leader, although you did take fate. So it's 9-1. Thank you very much. We're going to go to post-battle bat rep breakdown. Welcome, Strategy Battle Gamers, to the post-battle bat rep. You can carry on. Welcome to the post-battle bat rep breakdown. So, wow, great to get a first game together. That was awesome. That was really, really good fun. I did feel a bit mean when you chose the all-mounted Rohan, and we had obviously the Eagles, and I thought, you know, Gandalf and the Eagles, lots of hurling, lots of sorceress blasting, but it ended up being closer. You know, in that last few times, I thought you were going to take it.
Yeah, it looked tough from the start, but I think I pulled it back a little bit towards the end and then fell apart again.
Yeah, you did, because there was a point where models were coming in, you killed that eagle, you had more models, you were passing all your courage tests. It looked like that you could just about do it. But in a game like that, where you've got obviously all the monsters, the brute power attacks, and you know, Gandalf, I mean, you took him off his horse quite early on, which is pretty good. So I think what's really interesting is that's your first game back in the hobby after years and years and years. Did you ever play the original Lord of the Rings system, or did you just get the models?
I just picked up the models, I never actually.
Did you read the original rules?
Yeah, quickly.
So the rules have changed quite a bit, and of course you've got things like brute power attacks. How did you find the gaming system? Because you play other systems as well, don't you?
It's good, yeah, no, I liked it. Yeah, no, it's fast and no, it's good, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope I didn't go too fast, but that is not a game that you play out for a beginner. So well done for sort of not head exploding. I hope you still had a good time and you enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it's good. Well, I'm used to Infinity, so I'm used to having mountains of
Yeah, I've heard there's
complex
tons of special rules. Yeah, I mean, the Hobbit is a relatively straightforward game. You understand the phases and everything, movement phase. There are a few special rules in there, but which we actually got a lot of them in there. If you think about it, we covered cavalry, you know, knocking down, trapping, might. We used a lot of the heroics. We used all of the brutal power attacks. Used some magic. We had, you know, fate in there as well. Courage, stand fast. I think we covered pretty much everything in that game. So, in terms of how you thought it would pan out, I mean, just give us an idea about, you know, you saw the layout of the board and what you were aiming to do. What was your strategy?
Well, my strategy was to send AMS Force, well, half of AMS Force across to try and deal with Gandalf, and then the rest to contest the objective, and then the other force was just going to try and sweep across and tie up the Eagles and try and keep them away from the objective, which was looking like it was working at one point to an extent, but I think they were just overwhelmed.
It's all the herding. I mean, what you've got to think about is you're paying so many extra points for having your guys on horses, and of course that's being removed as an advantage for a lot of the game. I mean, you do still get your +1 on the charge, but you're not knocking down, which makes it quite tough.
I think if I was to do it again, I'd look more at where I was leaving my horsemen. I'd try and leave less lines of.
Yeah, we discussed that partway through the whole look at it. Mind you, that perfect line that you set up, you actually won that combat, and you managed to kill an eagle and keep that game really close. I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I very much enjoyed it. So what did you think about things like the brutal power attacks and the monsters and the eagles?
They're brutal, especially against cavalry, like you said. People off horseback. Yeah, no, it's good, but it seems very similar to some of the moves they use in Hordes and War Machine for throwing beasts. So yeah, no, I really like the way it worked.
Fantastic. And you think you're going to continue playing?
Yeah, I think so.
And here on camera, you're definitely going to be doing the tournament at the end of the month, yeah? Even if it's for a day, a single day?
I'll turn up at some point,
yeah. Hopefully you make it, even if you want to borrow an army or use, if you're not sure about rules and stuff, people will help you. It's not really competitive, so I know that War Machine and Horde is going to be very competitive. The Hobbit community is not like that. You might get 1 or 2 that are like that, but out of the 50 odd people working this tournament, I reckon you might get less than 4 or 5 that would be like that. So it gives you an idea that they're a real friendly bunch. We're looking forward to that tournament at the end of the month. So it's great to play you for the first time. What would you say the man of the match was? Who would you say the man of the match was? I know I think the man of the match was.
I'd probably give it to one of the Eagles.
Really?
Yeah. Oh no, maybe yeah.
This guy here. You didn't. You failed one courage test. It meant that you could charge the terror-causing monsters, the eagles, and of course you weren't running away when you were broken at the end. Although I think we did. We might have forgotten 1 or 2 turns of being broken. But yeah, we managed to get a quick back rep in before I go to work. So it was a pleasure. I hope I get to play you again.
Definitely.
So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that back rep. Don't tear me to pieces for what happened there. We had good fun and we enjoyed using the armies as well. I've never played against my own all-mounted Rohan before, so I do know its weaknesses. But make sure, as always, that you comment, like, share and subscribe. Support your Hobbit hobby, and happy strategy battle game.